That's probably the wrong wording. What did I mean to say? Run it back. No one saw that. That wasn't live or anything. What's up, guys? So today we are going to talk about the Electro offer scandal because Scopely decided that they've gone way too long without a scandal and they thought today would be a great day to be fucking morons. So let me go ahead and start by saying normally I don't like to do angry, ranting content. We play this game to have fun. It's about superheroes and this is about, it's a video game, right? This is an escape from reality. So if you don't want to hear me being very angry and yelling about a video game, maybe skip this video. I try not to do many, if at all, of these videos, but what we've seen here today is preposterous is really the only word I have to describe this insanity. So we're going to talk about it, but yeah, there's your warning. So if you're not sure what is going on, Scopely have a history going back to when they were Foxnext running this game of doing something called A/B testing. And the idea behind A/B testing is to basically give different groups of players different things and intentionally create an unfair advantage in some way, shape, or form to see what kind of difference it makes to their metrics, see if people play longer or spend more or any of these things. And this goes all the way back to the original Gold Gate. If you're not familiar with the original Gold Gate, which happened like almost 3 years ago at this point, basically they picked a group of players and they gave those players like an extra 200,000 gold every single day from their dailies to see if having extra gold made those players enjoy the game more, play longer, spend more, just to see what kind of a difference it had for those players. And of course, this was discovered and everyone got very upset because there were a bunch of players who weren't getting that extra gold. They just had less gold than the people that they're competing against. And it's horribly unfair and it's completely against the spirit of competition and everything else that the game supposedly stands for. So they've also done this with offers, and that is what we're seeing today. So what you're seeing on the screen right here is a new character offer, and for a new character offer that's a 45 shard unlock, it is always $24.99. However, they've done something a little different this time. They're A/B testing an offer. If you are on Android, exclusively on an Android device, you might find that that same offer is $29.99. Exact same offer, no different contents, literally the exact same thing, just $5 more. And of course, they're doing this to see how many players on Android are willing to spend the extra $5. However, spending an extra $5 on essentially air compared to someone on iOS or a different player who wasn't part of this test group on Android obviously feels really terrible. So that's the situation that we're in. It appears to be randomized. We haven't found any rhyme or reason for why certain players have been chosen. If you have both devices, it pays to, if you're going to purchase this offer, do it on your iOS device, of course. But to me, this is just absolutely baffling. I'm sure that this gives them better testing data than if they were to just make it $29.99 for everybody to see how many people would buy it at the $29.99 rate. But it still, to me, seems absolutely preposterous. And you don't have a choice. If you have multiple devices, you have a choice. But otherwise, it's up to you whether you're going to buy it at $29.99 or not at all. In fact, I logged on to a second Android device and the offers weren't even available to me. They were only available on the one device for $29.99, which is what I had to buy it at, which I'm not happy about at all. It bothers me greatly that I've supported this offer by buying it. Unfortunately, I'm kind of stuck in a position where I'm the people's whale and everyone wants to see Electro gameplay and I still have to make content and talk about Electro. But it's my wish that, like, I hope what happens is a lot of people don't buy this offer and they take a financial hit for this. I don't think that's what will happen, unfortunately, but that's what I would like to see happen, and I wish I could participate in it and somehow still be able to make content for this character, but there's no way to do that. And the problem is some players are going to feel like they have no choice but to buy these offers because the amount of shards that you get from this is, it's not something that you can make up. It's not like you can, instead of buying this offer, just go farm Electro's campaign node starting tomorrow and, you know, spend some extra time and effort trying to get more. Just, this is going to be whether or not you have Electro now or not, and then you're going to sit around and hopefully unlock Electro if you don't get her now during her blitz. So it's really, really, really terrible. It's literally a $5 tax on air, it's preposterous, and every single time they do something like this, it infuriates the community, it drives players away. This is how you make your spenders quit. I don't know what their plan was, but I literally, almost 3 years ago, I was in FoxNext offices, and they were talking about Goldgate, which was the scandal at the time, which resulted from the exact same thing. And one of the first things I said to them was, if you want the community to be cool with this, you have to promise you're not going to do any more A/B testing. Like, first and foremost, promise people you're not going to do this again. And I kind of respect the answer that I got. I was given a straightforward answer of, well, we're not going to promise that because we are going to do more A/B testing. And I couldn't really say much to that. Like, this was a high up executive, and I was visiting their offices for the first time. I wasn't about to be like, listen, sir, you're a fucking idiot. Like, there was no, what am I getting in a shouting match with this guy? Like, who am I? You know, just be like, all right, well, don't invite that guy back. Like, I couldn't do anything. And I found that it's easier to communicate something to someone if you know, if you can get them to see eye to eye with you and not immediately start shouting at them and insulting them, which is what I wanted to do at the time. Not because I dislike this person, but because I find this decision reprehensible. But that's what's going on. And every time they do this, all of the players are immediately aware of it. The word gets out. I'm not the only content creator who's going to be talking about this. Several people live streaming have already brought it up, and it's just unfathomably stupid. I really don't have the words for how idiotic this is, and especially the fact that it only affected one device type. I mean, it would be equally terrible if it was 50% of iOS players or whatever percent it is anyway. But the idea that for Electro, only Android players might have gotten an extra $5 tax on the offer just because, it's just preposterous. And I'll simply leave it at this. Every single time the devs do something like this with A/B testing, I understand there's value in the data that you get, but you have to find a way, like, have a group of people that agree to play on a different version that's not on the same server. Like, let people opt into a test server where that kind of stuff might happen. But when you do this on the live server, you're just screwing with people. Plain and simple. Everyone I've talked to about this who has seen it for $29.99 for getting absolutely nothing extra sees this as just money being taken out of their wallets, just an extra $5 being taken from them, because it's not like they have an option to buy a different offer if they want to get Electro. And some people's response to this for sure is going to be to quit. And I completely support any person who sees this and is like, yep, fuck this game, I'm out, I'm going to quit. I completely support that. And I'm even willing to go so far as to say, if they do this again, I'll fucking quit. Not because the $5 is going to break me, but because this isn't how you treat your customers. Like, this player base, especially the spending portion of the player base, has made it so clear that they do not appreciate this in the slightest. And yet it continues to happen. And I don't know how else to get the message across to these devs that you shouldn't do this. It never, ever, ever generates anything good. Like, maybe it helps your analytics and your ability to make money off of offers, but your game is already thriving. People are already buying what you're selling. Every time you do this, you're just infuriating the people that support you, and it's just a terrible business practice to infuriate people who've been supporting you. I don't understand it, and it blows my mind. I find it just unbelievably stupid, and for sure, this will make people quit, and rightfully so. So, we got Yule showing up, but yeah, what's going on? I'll wrap the video here. I'm just running in circles at this point, but yeah, this is unbelievably stupid. I don't support this, and I want to see this game do well. I don't want to see all the players leave, but if that happened, they would deserve it. There's no reason for this. Knock it off.